Good morning. Hey everyone. Okay, so right now you're hearing flats going through rings. I wonder what would happen um, if I cycle through the different algorithms. Oh yeah, this sounds really cool. Hold on a second. Hey Jack Gaming. All right, so right now I'm just cycling through uh, Platt's different oscillator algorithms, and all of that is going through rings and then back out through beads. And this is giving me kind of a sense of movement, so I'm going to go ahead and start recording some of this. And this is going to be kind of like a background track. And I think we could also maybe record in a drone. Let's go ahead and start recording this. Actually, I just realized I don't know what is actually triggering this. Looks like I'm able to also play some notes in. Let me go throw in a little sequencer. Do you know the song Triple Trouble? No, who is that by? Thanks for swinging by, Jack Gaming TV. Yeah, no, I don't know that one. Who's that one by and what does it sound like? Well, for this, I think I'm just going to go ahead and let this go. I'm not actually quite sure what is sequencing this, but it is a definitely experimental. This could be kind of like the birds. Oh, hey. Yeah, hey, that's, well, I don't know it, but I know my nephews do. They play that one. Sorry, that's a game, right? Friday Night Funkin'? I've heard it before. I know I've heard it in my car because when I pick up my nephews, they play all kinds of stuff. Definitely, I'll check that out then. Hey, where are you tuning in from, by the way, Jack? Are you in Hawaii, or on the mainland, or somewhere else? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. That's cool. Ooh. As you can see, I don't really know what all is happening on this particular patch, but it's sounding kind of cool. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and let this run, and maybe we'll add some... Oh, shoots, why did I only get like 10 seconds worth of that? Or 10 bars worth of that? I know what I did. Let's do this again. Okay, while this is going, just so that I'm not like wasting everyone's time, I'm gonna go in and program a 4 on the floor while this patch is kind of doing its own thing. Yeah, I'm liking that kick too, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this going. Oh, hey, you just started making music today? Awesome. Hey, so what kind of music are you making, and are you using Ableton Live? If you are, feel free to ask any specific questions you might have. And so since it looks like you're a first-time viewer, hey, Weaver, how's it going? Thanks for swinging by. Oh, cool. Hey, I'll check it out. I'll follow you right now. So what I do every weekday, or almost every weekday, is I'll make a song from beginning to end, or I'll make a track from beginning to end. And yeah, we just started the process just a few minutes ago, so you could kind of check out to see what I do, and yeah, ask any questions along the way. Cool, BandLab. I'm not familiar with that. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, I like making some down-tempo stuff as well. I was also thinking about, I've got a bunch of ambient tracks that I was saving for a, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. Wait. So right now, actually, there's a lot going on. So right now I'm recording this modular, which is, if you're familiar with any modulars, I'm using only mutable instruments modules. So I'm using plats, which is going through rings, which is going through beads. And so all of these modules are kind of in serial mode. And the audio is going through my DC-coupled interface and into Ableton Live. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here. I think we've got enough little glitchiness ambience. Unfortunately, we missed out on this first part, but let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna listen to what we have. I'm gonna turn off my modular right now, except that maybe we could bring in another sound. And the reason why I'm saying that, let's bring in Bede's drone. And this is, well, we'll come up with our root key here. So I'm going to be using Bede's internal oscillator. And let's come up with a key. Let's see. This is C, I know. Let's go a little bit lower. Okay, this is the I'm just trying to use this to figure out what our root key is. Hold on a second. Not quite sure what's going on here. What is going on here? I've got some weird patch going on. Let's turn off this. So, here's the thing. My niece came in and she fiddled around with the matriarch, because if you can see down here, it's a really fun thing for kids to look at. So let's see what all is happening. Oh, because glide is all the way up. So it looks like we're in the key of A. And I really need to fix this. My connections here. Okay, so we know we're in A. In any case, let me turn off that drone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just start recording this drone. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and turn the drums back up so we could hear our tempo. So, you know what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to loop this. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we got 40 bars of this drone. And so that this loop point is, let's hear what it sounds like right now. So you can hear where it kind of cuts off on the loop, and I don't want that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a lot of washy effects. Like, I think I'm gonna add in let me bring in some sound toys. I'm gonna bring in a Echo Boy Jr. Man, I'm learning a lot on this. I have to look up BandLab. Is that the is that browser based, or is it who makes BandLab? Sorry, I'm kind of in my own Ableton world. I'm the Ableton user group manager here out in Honolulu. Sorry, not manager, I'm the organizer, so we organize some events. So I can change this echo time as well. Let's see if we do time. And maybe what I can do is I can wobble that a little bit. Let's see what this sounds like. That might be a little too spacey, but if I do a little bit of wobbling, I kind of like that detuning effect. So this is how I'm gonna do that. I put in an LFO tool. If you're familiar with LFOs, it's essentially just an extra hand that's gonna help me wiggle that with a low frequency oscillator. It's below the hearing level. And all I'm gonna have to do is map this to my echo time. That's a little bit too extreme for me, so I'm gonna move the rate down, and I'm actually gonna move the depth all the way down to like, just so it's very subtle. Do you see this knob kind of oscillating back and forth very, very subtly? Even that's a little bit too much for me. So you see these numbers kind of going up and down. The rate, I'm gonna even make it go slower. Something you'll hardly even hear. I'm gonna put it on this ambient algorithm. And now I can still hear the loop point. So what I also wanna do is I'm gonna bring in a real washy reverb, like an eventide black hole. And this is gonna allow me to get on here. And there we go. Let's just increase the size of this. And let me hear what it sounds like at this loop point. There's still a little bit. I'm gonna add more mix to this. Still a little bit. And maybe I have to add more mix to the let's see. Okay, that's good right there. You can still hear it a bit, but I think we're okay. And you know, I'm thinking maybe we don't do a 4 on the floor. Let me figure out another pattern here. Let's work on our drums just so we can kind of get an idea of the pace of this. You know, we're cycling through gardens today, so maybe a little bit on the faster side. Something like that. like that. Something like that. Let's see what we got here. So, I think that's 8 bars. Let's quantize set. Okay, so you can see that I'm having some problems with my velocity. I should have put a fixed velocity on here, but I'm going to just do that manually here in Ableton. So I'm going to get to 80, which is going to match my default velocity on the TR-8S. So, and actually, I'm going to have to, let's get this to 100. Let's get this last bar in good. Oh yeah, I like that. So the rest of this, I think I'm going to just program right here on the TR-8S. A little open hat with a 909. Some closed hats with some panning on there. So what I'm going to do here, let me also bring in a little ride cymbal action. Okay, and I'm going to copy this pattern across 4 bars. And now let's add in some percussion. Yeah, okay. There we go. So we've got just like a little, just some percussion in there to kind of give this beat some interest. So let's see, crash cymbal at the first. Yeah, there we go. A little 808 crash cymbal. We're mixing in a lot of different types of drum kits here. I'm gonna crop this, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just record 8 bars of this, and then we'll be done with our drum part. So I need Ableton to listen to MIDI from the TR-8S, which is the drum machine. I'm gonna arm the track, and I'm gonna just go ahead and click record, and what you're gonna see on the screen is everything that I programmed on this machine is gonna show up as MIDI in this clip. And then nice thing about having this in a MIDI clip is we could extend it, we can add some different elements to it. Oh wait, let me not loop this. Okay, good. All right. So we've got our loop now. And it actually sounds pretty cool when we don't have the kick in there. So I'll have to remember that when we end up going into arrangement view, which is the view where we're going to put all of the elements we're going to make today and put it into one comprehensive song. So what I'm going to need to do here is now I'm going to have to delete all of the drum programming that I did on the TR-8S, because otherwise I'm going to hear some echoing. So I'm going to just go ahead and press play on this clip. There we go. And all of these elements have to go over one. So what I think I'm going to do right here is I'm going to add a few elements that so on this 8th bar, I'm going to go ahead and maybe make a little snare roll. Let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, there we go. And then we could kind of mess about with that in arrangement for each part so it doesn't sound so static. And now, actually, I can go in also and clean up some of these percussive elements, because I don't want them to be going on like when there's a main element like a kick or a snare. There we go, something like that. Okay, so yeah, it's just kind of cleaning some of these things up. In fact, let's also add like a little hi-hat roll at the end of this. I'm going to go to 1/32 notes. There we go. Maybe another one right here. Let's see what this sounds like after 4th. Yeah, cool. In fact, maybe this one goes over here. There we go. And then maybe a couple of high claps over here as well. Yeah, something like that. There we go. See, that's sounding a lot better, even just as a loop. And I could also, the nice thing about having this as MIDI also is I could manipulate and do some sound design. There we go. Actually, what I gotta do is now I'm gonna bring that back to the push. I have a tendency to overload my MIDI There we go. Okay, so now we've got 2 modular parts. Let's bring in a, let's figure out our, we know our root key is A. Let's bring in the Pro 1. Something like that. How about that? But let's figure out first what key we want to be in. I'm thinking I want to be like maybe minor pentatonic. Okay, let's just go ahead and play a quick bass line. I'm going to use Ableton's capture feature, so I don't even have to press record because Ableton, just like Facebook and Twitter, are always listening, is always listening to you. Something like that. I think maybe I want that last part to kind of be an octave lower. So let's just bring in this 8-bar loop and see what we can do with that. I'm going to go ahead and quantize this because I know I'm way off in my playing. Let's go ahead and so we got a little swing over here. And here's where we can kind of change up some notes. Let's fold this up. Let's actually go into our scale. This is a nice new feature from Live 11, is now you can constrain your grid to a scale. And we're actually off of our scale, but I like how that, one semitone up sounds. Let's see how this would sound. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. Hey, Deli MVCO. How's it going? There are a couple of new people online today. Deli MVCO here is a producer based out of Spain, and he does some great work. And he comes on here quite often, which I really appreciate. How's everything going? Buenos dias. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of sound design, and once I'm ready, I think I'm going to go ahead and start tweaking the filter like this. So I've got my oscillator synced right now, which is, I'm liking this feel because it really makes the bass stand out. As opposed to if I unsynced it, sound okay, but I'm gonna sync them. Let's do a little bit of sound design. ahead and start recording this in. This actually has to kind of go down a bit in volume. But let's see. I'll bring the drums down so we can actually listen to what we're doing, what we're recording in. Okay, ready? Here we go. Gosh, I can't even hear that. Can you guys hear that? Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna bring up the filter, open up the filter a bit, slightly and slowly. It's a little sloppy. It's because the Pro 1, when you raise the resonance, you really lose a lot of that low end. So now the resonance is really low, and you see all that low end. I'm thinking maybe from bar 40, let's bring it all the way down. And this will be like our basic bass line that we'll have throughout. Let's see if we can divide this up. So after bar 40, let me see how this loop's gonna sound. And then everything else that we have over here when we're doing filter sweeps, we'll bring in like during a chorus or something. Let me turn off the live version. Oh, here we go. 41. Let me just see how this will loop. Yeah, that sounds fine. And then we've got the rest over here. It's a slight difference. So I'm going to go ahead at this point and call this Pro 1 main bass line. And I'm going to call this Pro 1 res bass. And I'm going to recolor it. Hey, Delhi MVCO. So I contacted Detroit Modular, and yeah, they agreed that there's something wrong with my TT303, so I got to send that back. And I think maybe I'm going to use that credit to pick up a Typhon for bass. But I do want another TT303 at some point. But since I still have the TT303, let's go ahead and use that. Oh, I started unplugging it already. Let me plug this in. And I'm going to use the arpeggio, and I know that we're in A. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm loving the integration between the TR-8S and Ableton. There are some little bugs though. I can't for some reason figure out, like if I wanted to program something fully on the TR-8S, the very first note, no matter what settings I have on here, is always going to be just a fraction late when you start a song. So there are a couple of different solutions around that. You know, you can start your song a little bit later on and then bring the TR-8S in, and it'll be in perfect sync for the rest of your set. But yeah, I don't know. Like whenever I'm recording the MIDI from the TR-8S into Ableton, that very first note on the 1 1 1 is slightly off. Cool. Hey, I hope everybody had a nice long weekend. I'm gonna have to bring down my mix on the bass. Bring that down as well. Let's see what we got here. Let's program in a good, okay, so this is what I'm talking about. My TT303 has this weird glitch when I sweep the cutoff. Listen, it's real scratchy and it's getting worse. Depending on the type of music, it might be kind of a cool glitch, but you know, since I bought it brand new, I don't want that. So sending it back in. I was gonna just have it replaced, but they don't have any more in stock, so I'm just gonna get store credit. Hopefully it'll come back in stock soon. Okay, so this is what I love about the TT303 is that it is really a kind of a real-time, you can manipulate all of your notes in real time. Actually, let me see if I could point the camera. This is the wide-angle lens, you can't really see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just tweak some parameters, including the mute, the hammer, accent, and slide, and go up and down the scale a bit. And change the scale a little bit, so yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's see. Oh, I'm hearing a little bit of, there we go. And I'm just gonna record this in real time. The other thing I want to do maybe is, no, I was gonna capture the MIDI maybe it'd be a good idea to capture MIDI just because I have to send this unit back, and I'm pretty much going to lose all of the things that I programmed. So I need MIDI to listen to this track right here, so I have to ARM that. And because I have ARM exclusive, I'm going to have to click Command. I'm on a Mac. And also click on the on record for my audio track. Now I'm going to go ahead and also bring down some of my parameters. I'm using the sawtooth on here. It's going to sound really dry, but what I'm going to do is add in a lot of delay and reverb, and I think this is going to sound nice with this. Man, that glitchiness is really bugging me. So we got all that in. Looks like it got all of my tweaks in there as well. Okay, so here we go. We've got the audio. This is where I kind of added in some of those accents. Might not really go. You'll hear all of that glitchiness in here. Toothache, oh no. Yeah, so I messed around with the MIDI delay, but I still can't get it on the 1. But I think you just kind of learn to either live with it or, you know, hopefully Roland will come out with an update. I really do think it's on the Roland side because I don't have that same problem with any of my other drum machines. And yeah, it's a little annoying. And I know that Roland has some issues with their software sometimes, especially with, you know, Apple always changing their operating system. But I think it also happens on PC. So no excuses there. Okay, I'm gonna add in some echo boy. Maybe a little saturation. Actually, since I have so much of this horrible warble, I'm going to add in some distortion to maybe hide some of those analog imperfections. Let's see. Yeah. I'm still hearing that though. Okay, so we're really punishing that thing. I'm gonna also add in a little plate reverb. I actually played one wrong note on there. Oh, cool. Hey, real quick, Drone Hands. I don't think I've ever heard of him. So I'll look him up as well. Cool. This jam is coming along pretty well, I think. Okay, so we've got our acid line, we've got our bass line, we've got some drone, we've got some little sounds that we made with beats, we've got our drum beat. So I think we need a little bit of a lead and maybe an arpeggio. Those will be like the last two musical instruments, and then Deli MVCO's favorite time of the day, which is turning on the radio and seeing if we could find a good little vocal sample. Okay, so I'm gonna let this run. I think we'll use the Prophet 6 today for like a lead. Let's see. Actually, let's use this shoots, I think I'm clipping. Sorry. On my mic. Apologies. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I'm gonna use my favorite preset on the Prophet 6. So let's go ahead and just record this in as MIDI. And right now I'm just pressing some notes on the push, and we're restricted to our minor pentatonic scale. Hey, do you guys have any favorite plugins? Okay. So I'm gonna do a little bit of sound design on here. Let's go ahead and record this in. Oh yeah, you know the stock Ableton sounds are so great. I don't know if you're on Live 11 and if you have Suite, but um, there's also a lot of included Max for Live instruments in there that, I mean, I kind of go back and go, oh, I didn't really need to buy all of these plugins. So I actually kind of stopped buying plugins because Live comes with so many great ones. I know on this broadcast I don't use a lot of them, um, but yeah, I just feel that what's included in Live, especially if you get Suite, but also with any of the other options like Standard and Light, you have more than you really need to make great music. Okay, so let's just go ahead and record this in. I'm gonna bring in a little bit of detuning at some random points, and yeah, this will be fun. I'm gonna bring in a bit more reverb. Bring up the distortion as well. And make this real detuned. Okay, after this last one, I'm gonna stop the loop and let the delay ring out. You hear that detuning action? There we go. Oh, you've been getting, so if you're on Live 11.1 and above, you should be okay. You might also want to, if you've got the new Apple Silicon, that's what I have. And I actually run Live, even though I'm on 11.1.1, I think. I run it through Rosetta because I noticed that a lot of my plugins aren't working. You said that you're messing mainly with the internal Ableton Live instruments, so that should work okay. Max for Live should also work okay, so that's kind of interesting. But I don't think, did you also purchase Max for Live separately? Because I don't think Standard comes with Max for Live. So take a look at that. I have a guest over here real quick. I have to say hi to her. My studio right now, who is very curious to see what I'm doing. Hi. Do you want to play a part? Okay. let's play this part. Let me see if this will work. Interesting, right? Okay. So, hey, you know what? I'll be done pretty soon, and I'll be right out, and I'll take you to the beach or something. Okay? Oh, we're going to the zoo? Oh, you want to go to the zoo instead? Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. So we'll go to the zoo. I'll take you to the zoo right after this. I'll be done in a jiffy. Okay. Go ahead and take that. She just took my modular splitter. All right. Hey. Yeah, thanks for swinging by, Weaver. I'm gonna check out your stream. You said you're gonna start streaming pretty soon. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, going to the zoo today. Let's see what we've got over here. I think we need some high end. Hey, okay, so I think the last part, I'm just gonna create this little, what do they call it? A descending, it's not a crescendo, it's the opposite of a crescendo, but maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a couple different passes. I'm gonna go like this, and then we'll go up and down the keyboard, and then that'll be kind of like a little transition period. And yeah, I think we'll let all the other parts kind of speak for themselves. Then we're gonna go into Dalian VCO's favorite time. Sorry, Weaver, I should show you. Actually, if you're still on, let's go ahead and do that first. I don't get paid by Plugin Boutique, but one of my favorite plugins is made by them, and it's, if you wait for a sale, you can get it as low as like $5. Sorry. Internet problem. Sorry. Okay, so I just realized I was offline. My radio wasn't working temporarily because I was offline. Okay, let's get back to AM 1710. Okay, so right now it's playing the Air Force Band, but so we're not going to use that. But usually this station will have old radio programs from this day in history. So let's try and find some other stations. Sorry, that was the same station. But anyway, Weaver, if you're still on, this is one of my favorite favorite plugins.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, lady.
Let's find something good.
Yeah. My name is Paladin.
Nothing. Here we go.
Look closely.
Ooh, yeah, let's use this. I'm having some problems. Am I still offline? I'm gonna keep that. Shoots. I think I might be having some internet issues. Let me turn off my... Turn that off. I think it's a Dropbox thing?
Edge of the cliff.
There we go.
Then, without hesitating, he stepped over the edge and disappeared.
Now do you remember, John? It's all true. They and they brought me here. Not only that, but they may return to Earth again.
This is gonna sound great.
John, they're coming back now.
This guy shouting reminds me of...
When I woke up about a half hour ago, I found this all written out on the pad I keep next to my bed. I remember some of what I'd written.
That guy yelling reminds me of
Roy's
Orbital's
murder,
Satan.
Dr. Marlowe's death. I don't recall it all. Either I'm mad, completely mad, or...
No, I can't think about that.
In any case, if I showed this to anyone, the world would think I was mad. There's only one thing to do.
Tear it up. Every last page of it. Every last page of it. Every last page of it.
That's how we'll end the song. Okay. Perfect, that's it. We got it.
Theater 5 has presented Terror from Beyond, written by Robert.
Okay. So Terror from Beyond, A, B, and C. I'm gonna put that in our audio track. A, B, and C. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is, you know what? I'm gonna just record this in live. And I gotta say, I'm not that great with the keys, so I'm gonna just make a couple passes. This little descending and ascending sequence. Sounds like a little harp. Do one more. Let's see how bad my playing was. Oh, not too bad. Okay, so we've got a couple different passes, and we're gonna just go ahead and cut that up, and let's go ahead and go into arrangement. But dell'indicio, guess what? I have not yet saved so let's go ahead and do that now. Today is April 18th. I haven't been on 4 days. We're on A minor pentatonic. We are at 120 beats per minute. And let's look at our theme today. You are cycling through a... Sorry, I have to wait for this thing to scroll through. I forgot what we're doing today. I should let this thing, I should turn the setting into this scroll to be a little faster. You are cycling through a blooming garden. Yeah, that's what it is. All right. So the last thing I have to do is drag this drum track over. We didn't use the Moog, so we have track 2 open. So we can add layers if we need to. Okay, here we go. And let's go through each track and label them. So So that's our drum. I'm not going to label that one. This one, I'm going to call this our Prophet 6 ARP lead. And I'm going to put 583 because that's the program name on there. We've already labeled these. This is our main bass line. And this is our res bass. We kind of mess with the resonance a bit. I take it back. Our main bass line is actually this one. And then our resonant bass is this one. So this will be kind of our main 16 bar loop over here for the bass line. This is our TT303, really glitchy sounding due to that hardware defect. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add in EQ. Yeah. Because that that reverb is really, really low. Let me see if I can change that. Low cut. There we go. There we go. Okay, oh, good thing we have an extra track. Oh no, I take it back. We don't need this. That one was our mistake. So we've got our drone. I'm gonna color that black. And I'm gonna call this Beads Drone. This is from the modular. And then this is our little sound effects. I'm calling this cycling sound effects. And this is plats through rings through beads. And just a little plug for modular and my naivety is that the reason why I love modular is you have to record everything because, at least for me, I can never recreate any of these sounds. Hey, make mistakes. And thanks to Sander Klepper for sending you. How's it going? Sander Klepper is awesome. I watch him. He's online like all the time. So I'm in Hawaii, so I could watch him in the evening time, which is his morning, and then like he's on usually right now, which is his evening time. So he's always on, which is great. Okay, this one right here is our ascend and descend. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to cut this up. Okay, so this is up. So I'm gonna make the ones going down a different color. Maybe pink. Okay, they're slightly different. No one's really gonna know the difference, but and then this is our vocal samples. Oh, before I do anything with this, I want to
Edge of the cliff. Then, without hesitating, he stepped over the edge and disappeared.
There's some background music in there which I usually don't like. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to stretch these out a bit, and then we gotta add in some effects. I don't like this dry, so I'm Echo Boy and maybe let's use an internal reverb. Where is it? Oh, we can use a Redux. Now, how about this? We will use a plugin, and I'm going to use the RC20 retro color, and I'm just going to use that the space, and we're going to make it a little digitally crunchy. Oops. Testing, testing. Okay. So with this one, we definitely have to stretch this out, and we're just going to be, because we used mostly analog synthesizers here, let's make this one sound real digital. I think maybe we'll... Let's see. Okay. How about this one?
To the cliff. Then, without hesitating, he stepped over. He stepped over the edge and disappeared.
What is that noise?
To the cliff. Then, without hesitating, he stepped over the edge and disappeared.
Yeah, that digital part I'm not liking.
Roy's murdered. Dr. Marlowe is dead. Edge of the cliff. Then, without hesitating, he stepped over the edge and disappeared.
All right, this is sounding pretty good. I'm gonna ping pong it, the vocal as well. There we go. That wobble is really giving it kind of a cool feel. Okay.
I found this all written out on the pad I keep next to my bed. I remember some of what I've written.
So I hear that little trumpet in there.
But other parts, like Roy is murdered, Dr. Marlowe is dead.
I think this is...
I found this is all written out on the pad I keep next to my bed. I found this.
Okay, I think that's it right there. I think we said we wanted to end with that. Every last one of them. Okay. Let's put this together now. Oh yeah, we definitely have to make sure that all of our tracks that we want to record are active. I'm going to deactivate all of the other ones. want the drums to start until at least bar 8, so let's see. Maybe this one also doesn't come in until... Maybe this ARP lead comes in during our first break, which we'll put in at bar 24. I'm going to label that break 1. This bass line could come in maybe when those drums come in at first. These drums, I'm thinking about, I usually don't do this, but I think maybe I'll start with just the snare coming in for this first 8 bars. Maybe not. Maybe what we can do here is, instead of the snares coming in, we'll just have all of the percussive elements and the hand claps come in. Have this kind of come in. Oh, and over here, well, let me find the right part of the bass line. Maybe from right here, let's see. We'll have everything come in here. And then we'll have like a little snare roll as well. At the break. Hey, Hungry Significant, thanks for the follow. How's it going? And then I think I want to change this up a bit. Let's see. Hey, Loritz SJ. Thanks for following. Ooh, 2 new followers. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, Okay, so right now we're putting together a little song that we created over the past, let's see, well, it says 22 minutes, but it's because I went offline for a second, but maybe for the last hour or so. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna have like a little 3-minute song from that didn't exist earlier today. So that's why I kind of get a thrill doing these broadcasts, because they're you know, get to use a little bit of creativity. I think maybe right here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see what happens if I drop out the kick for just like 4 bars. And then, yeah, this drone's got to kind of come all the way through. Although maybe we could make it stop during the second break. So the second break we're going to bring over here. And maybe it'll just be even a long, well, let's see. Now, I think I want to end the song right around here. So let's make this just a short break. And I'm thinking this is what we'll do. Actually, we can make this a longer break. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna let the acid shine right here. See, oh, thanks, Lourdes SJ. Let's see, end break 1. This is also a very important part for me, is if I ever want to go back and finish this song to, you know, release or anything, I want to be able to see where all of my sections are. So it's good to just spend a couple minutes to end B1 to label your parts up here. So my second break, and then second break right here. And then maybe we just, let's do 24 bars of our climax. And shoots. Well, okay, that's what we'll do. Because I'm going to put the outro right here. And actually, this doesn't matter when it comes back in. And then this drone just ends. Everything else ends. And we can just kind of loop this part, this last little noise right here. Okay, let's see how this outro would sound. Maybe a little bit longer. And just to give this a little different sound, I'm going to just raise the return reverb and delay. So we've got 2 delays on here. Do the same. Cool. That's a cool way to end, because you know, actually, this part that I was so proud of doesn't get to shine anywhere except here at the end, maybe at the beginning too. So let's go ahead and place these at some appropriate spots. There we go. Man, you know, that glitchiness on the 303 really bugs me. What clone 303 is better? So I've only used two. One's the Cyclone TT303, and then the other one is the TD303 over here. This is the TD303. This one is the Cyclone. I like the Cyclone better, but that Cyclone has that weird glitch, which kind of makes me think, uh-oh, there might be some quality control issues with some of their units. And I've never had any problems with the TD3. The nice thing about the TD3, I don't have the modded version. If I were to do it again, well, the modded version is still hard to get. But I'd like to try that modded version, although I heard that's not necessarily if you're looking for acid type sounds. It's kind of a different beast in its own. But yeah, they both sound really great to me. The TD3, the Behringer, has an onboard distortion unit, which is really helpful. But I just like the features of the TT303 for live performance. You know, you're able to kind of go in and manipulate things on the fly. You can also, sequencing on it is a lot easier. But in terms of sound, I mean, it's all kind of to taste. They do sound different and have their own characteristics. I don't think I'm good enough to be able to explain that verbally. But once I get my new TT303 unit in, maybe we can do a sound comparison. It's just right now, yeah, the TT303 is so glitchy on that cutoff pot. Oh, nice. You gotta use TD3 the other day? Yeah, I mean, they're so solid. I've never had any issues with it. And it just, yeah, sounds great. And especially for, right now, I saw it listed for like $100 used. And then I think I bought it for like $120 or something like that. So, you know, that's a far cry from, you know, trying to get your hands on a $2,000 to $5,000 original TB303, and then having to fix it and all of that. But yeah, the TT303, I love it, but yeah, it's glitchy right now. So I'm gonna add this. I'm just add these in kind of randomly here. Okay, that's a good way to end. The other thing here, this is where I wanted to end. I wanted to use this. Oh, this is the second break right here. Let's actually, you know what? I think we've got some good parts. I'm wondering. So if I were to finish this, you know, I would kind of go in and like place the samples where I'd want them. But right now we're just kind of luck of the draw. Oh yeah, you're gonna make a Zox box? That would be cool. Yeah, great price for a Rave toy. Yeah, it does drop the low end, and you know, of course it comes with all the same quirks as the original TB303. Actually, both units do, where the low end gets really dropped depending on where you've got your resonance. Okay, we can do that. Maybe we can add one more little. Actually, this is what we'll do. I'm going to cut this short and let it ring out with the return track. Okay, I shouldn't spend too much time because I have someone waiting for me to take her to the zoo. So let me put the baseline in here. Just make sure we're all good. I think we'll just have the baseline run a little bit. We've got our break here. That's really dropping everything out. And then maybe with this roll, and then actually I'm going to bring in the claps as well. There we go. Something like that to get into, this is kind of our climax. And yeah, I think I'm going to just stop it there and record this in. Like this little section where we drop out the kick, I don't know. Well, actually, maybe we should have dropped the kick out here. Here at the beginning. For 4 bars. Okay, yeah. We'll just do that, and then we'll just see how it turns out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off my mic. I'm going to loop this section right here. And we're going to do a little bit of light mastering so it sounds decent on SoundCloud. You know, add a limiter and all of that good stuff and enhance it a bit. This isn't how I would normally do a finished track, but since this is going to be posted on SoundCloud shortly, I do want it to sound okay. Oh, the other last thing, maybe a little cymbal here at the end. And yeah, thanks for swinging by. I will be at the zoo for the rest of the day. I hope you have a great day or evening wherever you are. And yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow. I might be a little bit late because I have some car repairs I need to do, and I have a really early wake-up call to go to the repair shop. So, but I'll come back and I'm gonna do that right away. Hey, thanks, Deli MVCO. Aloha, everyone.